Chicago, December. Snow is falling like broken glass over the city. A single dad named Marcus carries his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, on his shoulders just to keep her boots out of the slush. They live in a one-room apartment, where the heat barely works and eviction papers are taped to the door. Tonight, though, Lily is wearing a red velvet dress she found at the thrift store, and she's clutching a golden ticket she won from a radio contest. "Daddy, it's the Children's Hospital Gala at the Drake Hotel," she whispers, eyes shining brighter than the Christmas lights on Michigan Avenue. Marcus knows they don't belong there, but when your little girl has never asked for anything except this one night, you move heaven and earth. So he puts on the only suit he owns, 2 sizes too big, bought at a funeral sale, and takes her to the party. Never imagining that before midnight, millionaires will point fingers, police lights will flash, and his baby girl will become the only person in the room telling the truth. The Drake Hotel's grand ballroom glitters like a snow globe turned inside out. Crystal chandeliers, string quartet, champagne fountains. Guests wear gowns that cost more than Marcus makes in a year. He's a night janitor at the very hospital the gala is raising money for, so technically he's staff adjacent. But tonight he's just a dad trying not to let anyone see his hands shake. Across the room stands Dr. Elena Vasquez, the new chief of pediatric surgery. Brilliant, beautiful, and the first Latina to ever hold the position in Chicago. She's being honored tonight with the Humanitarian of the Year award. Her best friend since med school, Vanessa, flown in from New York, keeps bragging about Elena's flawless record, her perfect life. Lily tugs Marcus's sleeve. "Daddy, I want to give the doctor the card I made. It's a crayon drawing of a heart with wings." Marcus swallows his pride and walks over. Elena kneels instantly, eyes soft, and thanks Lily like she's the only person in the room. For 30 seconds, everything feels magical. Then the lights flicker, the string quartet stops mid-note, and security storms in shouting that the hospital's famous diamond-encrusted stethoscope, donated for auction, worth $400,000, has vanished from its locked display. Panic ripples through the ballroom. Phones come out. Fingers start pointing. Someone claims they saw Dr. Vasquez lingering near the display right before the lights went out. Another guest swears Elena slipped something into her clutch. The accusation spreads like spilled champagne. Vanessa, tipsy and protective, explodes. "How dare you? Elena has saved more kids than all of you combined." But the crowd smells blood. A hedge fund guy in a tux louder than his personality yells, "She's the only one who knew the alarm code changed tonight." Whispers turn to shouts. Elena stands frozen, award still in her hands, cheeks burning. Security asks her to open her clutch. She does, empty except lipstick and her speech. They ask to search her gown. She lifts her arms like a criminal. Nothing. Still. The host grabs the microphone. "Until this is resolved, no one leaves. Especially not Dr. Vasquez." Vanessa, now hysterical that her best friend is being humiliated, dials 911 herself. "Yes, I'm reporting. A theft at the Drake. The suspect is still on scene. Hurry." The room gasps. Elena's eyes fill with tears she refuses to let fall. Marcus pulls Lily close, hating every second of this. That's when Lily slips out of his arms. Before he can stop her, his tiny daughter in the thrift store dress marches straight to the center of the ballroom, red boots squeaking on the marble. She raises her voice, clear, fearless. "It wasn't the nice doctor. I saw who took it." The room goes dead silent. Lily points across the crowd at a man in a caterer's vest. Mid-30s, slick hair, name tag that reads Javier. He has it in the silver bucket he's carrying, the one with the dirty champagne glasses. Marcus's heart stops. How could she possibly? Security grabs Javier. He tries to run, crashes into a table. Ice sculptures shatter like gunfire. Under the pile of broken glasses and melted ice sits the diamond stethoscope. Wrapped in a black napkin, Javier, real name Javier Ortiz. Professional thief with a rap sheet longer than Lakeshore Drive. Had posed as extra catering staff, cut the power for 8 seconds, and lifted it during the blackout. Gasps, phones flip to record. Elena stares at Lily like she's an angel who just landed. Vanessa drops to her knees, sobbing apologies into Elena's gown. The host tries to smooth things over, but Elena only has eyes for the little girl in the red dress. She crouches, voice cracking. "You just saved my entire life, sweetheart." Lily shrugs. "You save kids every day. Somebody had to save you tonight." The ballroom erupts in applause that shakes the chandeliers. Elena hugs Lily so tight Marcus worries she'll crack a rib. Someone starts chanting, "Lily, Lily," and soon the whole room joins in. Marcus stands there, tears rolling down his cheeks, prouder than he's ever been in his life. They leave the gala past midnight. Elena presses her business card into Marcus's hand. "Anything you two ever need. Anything." He thinks it's just kindness. He's wrong. 3 weeks later, January hits Chicago like a fist. The landlord changes the locks while Marcus is at work. Heat got shut off. Lily's cough sounds wet and wrong. The hospital bills from her last asthma scare are still unpaid. And now collection agencies are calling nonstop. Marcus sits on the curb outside their old building. Lily asleep on his lap under his janitor jacket, snow collecting in her hair. He's out of moves. Headlights cut through the blizzard. A black Range Rover pulls up. Door opens. Dr. Elena Vasquez steps out in fur-lined boots, eyes wide when she sees them. She doesn't ask questions. She just says, "Get in." 20 minutes later, they're in a furnished Gold Coast apartment, paid for, 1 year in advance. Heat blazing, stocked fridge, enrollment papers for Lily at the best. Private school in the city sitting on the counter. A job offer letter for Marcus. Day shift maintenance supervisor at the hospital. Full benefits, triple the pay. Elena stands in the doorway, snow melting off her coat. "I told you," she whispers, voice thick. "Anything you ever need." Lily runs and hugs her legs. Elena drops to her knees in the hallway, crying harder than she did the night she was accused. Marcus can't even speak. He just pulls both of them into his arms while the city sparkles behind them like it finally decided to be kind. Some people say, heroes wear scrubs. Some say they wear thrift store red dresses 2 sizes too big. That night in Chicago, the hero was 7 years old, afraid of nothing except her daddy being sad. And because she spoke up when the whole world was wrong, 3 lives that should have stayed broken got stitched back together with diamonds, a courage and a crayon heart with wings. Sometimes the richest thing in the room isn't what money can buy. Sometimes it's a little girl who refuses to let good people fall. What would you do in this situation? Tell me in the comments, and if the story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video.